Our Legacy Mortgage Minute is generally done on Zoom, but today Bruce Anderson came down from Legacy Mortgage to be in the studio in person. So he's not Zooming, he's right here with you live and in person. Now, what Bruce does at Legacy is a little bit different. I'm going to let him explain it, but just in a fast intro, he is the reverse mortgage specialist. And that, now sometimes we might think of reverse mortgages as like, well, geez, that's if grandma and grandpa, need to, pull money out of their house to live. What's it have to do with me as a realtor? That's where Bruce comes in, because he's going to let you know that he can actually use this in a purchase money situation, and how that works and how it can maybe help a specific niche in your marketing. So Bruce, tell them how that works.
Okay, thank you, Mike, and good morning. We just want to cover some quick ideas on how reverse mortgages can help you, other than outside of the normal thinking of a refinance in your business with purchases. Number one, I just want to remind everybody, some of you know this because we probably average a call one per week about this. If you're trying to list a home with a reverse mortgage on it, there's lots of questions from either the heir that's trying to sell the home or the homeowner. So you can certainly give myself or Gordon Mitchell, my partner, a call, and we can certainly give you some guidelines and explanations on how to proceed with listing the home there. You can also buy a home with the reverse mortgages. And with the reverse mortgages, we've closed 4 of those this year. And that could be me. Sorry about that.
That's me too.
Okay, sorry about that. The key idea here and how this works is there's a reverse mortgage calculator, which calculates the loan amount based on the home value, the homeowner's age or the buyer's age expectancy, and the rates are really low. That plays a factor as well. So basically, it's the only product that will let somebody buy a home with a reverse mortgage with a substantial down payment, but you have no mortgage payment. So I have some examples here. We have a lady that was divorced. She's 79 years old, lived out in California, decided she wanted to move to Las Cruces. At age 79, she bought her home price was $272,500 in Las Cruces. She had to put 42% down, or $115,000. And she basically bought that home for $115,000 down, home value $272,000, and has no mortgage payments. Okay, so it's a great way to hold on to some of your money for retirement instead of paying cash for a home, which is the only other way. Obviously, you don't have a mortgage payment. Another example would be, we had somebody who lived in the East Mountains and wanted to move back home in Farmington. And they bought a home with a reverse mortgage purchase, moving to the home in Farmington. It was $365,000. They put $182,000 down. They were the youngest. His wife was age 65, so they needed 50% down. But the key here is they bought that home, they had the down payment, and they hadn't sold. So there wasn't a contingent offer. They didn't sell their home in the East Mountains. They're going to sell it later after they moved, but we can also qualify them that way as well without selling their previous home if they have the ability to do that. Last but not least, you probably don't know that the limit for us with reverse mortgages in that calculator is $822,375. So last one we just closed last month was an $850,000 purchase in Bernalillo. This lady sold her farm she lived east of Seattle, moved here to Albuquerque and Bernalillo. $850,000 was $27,000 over our limit, but the calculator will use that maximum value of $822,000. So basically, she bought an $850,000 home for $407,000 and got to keep the rest of the proceeds from the sale of her home in near Seattle in the bank and gave it to her investment professional for retirement. Those are some examples, Mike.
That is great to know. So let me ask you a couple of questions.
Sure.
How old does a person have to be to consider doing a reverse mortgage?
Minimum age is 62, If they're a couple, then minimum, at least one person has to be 62. We can do this with some of these younger as well.
And you said something that I was like, oh, I think I just learned something. Is the amount of the mortgage versus the value different depending on the age of the person?
Yes,
Oh, that's interesting. So the older the person, I'm guessing the bigger the available loan.
yes, that's correct.
Okay. Oh, boy, it's
So in the
interesting
first
stuff.
purchase scenario, the older you are, the reverse mortgage loan amount is higher. In which case, if you're doing a purchase, your down payment would be less.
Right. But you know what? A great instrument to use, because you notice what Bruce said. They were able to buy this house and preserve their cash and yet still not have a payment. So it has the feel of a cash transaction for the purchaser without them having to exhaust all of their cash to get there. So what a great resource.
That's correct. And
Okay.
just as a little promo for our team with Gordon, we have more experience than anybody in the state on this product. And we are the #2 producer of reverse mortgages behind that famous guy on TV with the mustache.
Well, great job, Bruce.
Okay.
Thanks for coming all the way down here today from Legacy Mortgage.
Sure.
Thanks for informing us about a new resource we've got in our toolbox, thanks to you. And how do they get in touch with you if they have more questions or if they have a potential candidate?
They can just call us at the office. My phone number is 858-3825. The main switchboard will forward it to me as well. That's 296-4747. Or my cell phone is 350-4607.
So just in case you didn't have a pen in your hand when he was giving you those, basically just call Legacy Mortgage, say, hey, I need to talk to that Bruce guy who is the reverse mortgage specialist. They will hook you up. Or his business partner up there, Gordon, also does a great job, but we only have one extra seat here today. So that's why we have Bruce.
That's
sitting.
right.
All right,
Okay.
Bruce, thank you very
Thank
much,
you,
sir. Thanks for
Appreciate
joining
it.
us today.
Okay, thank you.
Good information.